Hello and welcome to this edition of the Falcon Fly By. I'm your host Doc, and I want to thank you for joining me here in the FKT FBS shop. As you see, it's kind of hot. I've been sweating out here working on holsters, 310-degree oven. So we are here in this nice weather, pumping out holsters, getting our orders done and taken care of. And I do want to first say thank you to everybody for your patience. Remember, I am a one-man show. I do have a family along with a day job, and so a lot of things going on, so I gotta get my time spread out. So with that being said, I want to welcome you to this edition of the Falcon Flyby. And the first thing, as always, we always give a shout out to our sponsors. Our primary sponsor is Multimold guns. They are a best way to put it is they make mold guns for us Kydex vendors out here. They also have a wide variety of attachment parts. They have double mag pouch or double mag molds. They sell clips. They sell the Kydex level 2 wallets that you guys have seen me show on this show. So definitely give those guys a check. Go to multimoldguns.com. They're based out of Troy, Michigan. The guy Tony does amazing work. I have to say I'm really impressed with every mold that I've got. I've got a few molds that are about 6 to 7 months old. I've got some other molds that we just got in today. So we got in our nice Glock 34-35 Gen 4, so which is nice. Very impressed with the quality. And then we got in today our Beretta M9A1. So that's nice. So now we have these two molds as well. We're going to add these into our list of pistols. So I want to thank Tony again from multimoldguns.com. Keep doing the great work, buddy. And I will tell you, we had one of our molds actually break. It slid right out of the pouch we were molding and broke. I got a hold of Tony. I said, hey man, my double mag, my Glock 940 double mag mold broke. Can I send it in to you guys to get a replacement? He's like, sure. And so we're going to package that up, send it right out. So he's got great customer service as well. Definitely check them out. Our other sponsor that we'd like to give a shout out to is Gray Wolf Tactical Combat out in Florida. They are an up-and-coming airsoft retailer. They don't have a physical location yet, but they do have, I believe, a website. They do a lot of their sales on Facebook as well. So when you check them out, go to Gray Wolf. It's G-R-A-Y, not E-A-Y. Gray Wolf Tactical Combat. Check them out. They're out of Florida. Great guys. Paul and Chris will get you taken care of. And believe it or not, they were one of the first retailers I remember when the TM A12 came out. So if you're still looking for that very cool shotgun, check them out. I believe they do have one in stock, and I believe a couple extra mags as well. So check them out. So I want to give a big shout out to them. Let's get right into airsoft events. And we know August is right around the corner. I know some of you have heard that the field we are having our event, which is Operation Black Dagger, August 19th through the 21st. We are still having that. We're hoping to have a new location locked down by Wednesday of this week. And once we have that new location, we will let you know. If worst case comes scenario, anything that we need to do, we will just reschedule it. We are not canceling this event. Too much blood, sweat, and tears has gone into planning this event and bringing you guys an amazing airsoft event. This is something very simple. So once we get our field location, we will let you guys know. I will do a live broadcast and let you guys know what's going on. Now, we have a great deal going on. For you guys that sign up for Operation Black Dagger, the following weekend, TOGMilsim is hosting Broken Arrow 2 out at that old missile factory or missile component factory that they had the event at earlier this year. And you will save $10 off your registration. When you sign up for Operation Black Dagger, you let them know, and they can turn around. Of course, they may ask me, hey, did this person sign up? I've got your receipt as well, so I can say, yep, they sure did. And you're going to save $10 off that registration. And the price for tickets right now, I believe, are going for, I saw Danny log in. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Danny Johnson. $70, $75, somewhere in there. But then after that, they do go up. So definitely check out that event too. I'm going to be your green side CO, so I'm really looking forward to it. And Falcon Kydex Tech, Falcon Battle Systems LLC will be out there. $85. Thank you, Danny. So the starting price is $85. If you sign up for Operation Black Dagger, you save $10 off of that event as well. and you get to play at a really cool old missile component factory. This place is awesome. I played there earlier in the year, and I'll tell you what, one day of play cannot get you to through that whole entire facility. It is a large facility, very awesome, very cool, very eerie feeling as well when you're going through some of those buildings in very low light conditions. Very awesome. So definitely check that out. We'll make sure we post the link to TOGMilsim's event. We'll post that link in the description of the video when we upload it onto YouTube. The other thing we have coming up is Third Coast has Operation Serious Viking, which is in September. I do apologize, I don't have my paper with me to give you the dates, but the price for that is $80 as well, I believe. And I will have the link to their event, but another really cool event as well, Operation Serious Viking. You can look these events up on Facebook. They are right there. Just search Operation Serious Viking, or look for Third Coast Milsim or Third Coast Airsoft. Look for TOGMilsim, and you'll come right to their page and get all the information. Now, here's what's really cool. So, in the spirit of really getting your event out there in time, TOGMilsim has come back and did something else. They posted Fragile Sovereignty 2, which will be in January of next year. So they're already getting out there. They have more information that's going to be coming for that event as well. So definitely check out TOGMilsim, check out Third Coast Airsoft, and see what awesome events are coming up this year. Let's see. Can't wait for Broken Arrow 2. Matt, I agree with you 100%, brother. I'm looking forward to that event. Like I said, I'm going to be the Greenside CO. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, I had a blast last time. Not only was I there as a vendor, but I was there as a player as well. So I got to experience it from both sides, which was really cool. And I hope to do the same thing. Might be a little harder on the vending side, just due to the fact that being the CO, I'm going to be out there on the field until they call end-X or end for the night. So definitely put that one on your calendar. And again, it's two amazing events back to back. You have Operation Black Dagger one weekend, and then that following weekend you got Operation Broken Arrow 2. So really, really looking forward to it. TOGMilsim does put on a really good event, and I plan on making more of their events throughout the rest, hopefully the rest of the year and into next year. But you know, I got this thing. I got a little baby girl coming my way in September, so I have to be ready for that. This really don't have anything else on the airsoft radar. I mean, I know there's some other big organizations having their games going on. I believe it's either Milsim West or American Milsim's coming to Georgia. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Be sure to check out Facebook for a lot of this stuff. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. A little bit of Kydex dust in the air. It's like pixie dust. It just sprinkles all over you. So definitely, like I said, a lot of airsoft events coming up. We got Andrew just posted. All depends on paramedic school for me whether or not I can go, and I believe he's talking about Operation Broken Arrow 2. Like I said, guys, it's going to be another amazing event, and it's just really worth it to get out there. Milsim West right there. Thank you, Danny. Milsim West is coming to the Guardian Center the weekend of October 21st. So definitely, if you're looking for that really, I mean, there are airsoft tiers in how events, the way I look at it. And I know TOGMilsim is getting up there, and I haven't been able to head out to a Third Coast game, but I do plan, either if it's not later this year, next year, the events that are here closer in Georgia or in the South where I can get to them. But, you know, you got American Milsim, you got Milsim West, and I don't know really where to put Lion Claw events because they're starting to decline, you know, with a lot of drama that's happened with them. Same kind of thing with Black Sheep Milsim as well. But you've got these two really big companies up there that put on some just amazing events. I mean, I've watched video. You know, the players, we're talking 300 plus players, if not more. Again, you know, TOGMilsim is right there. So is Third Coast. You know, the events, they're getting out there. They're getting those buildings that we all like to play in. But I do tell you, my favorite type of game is a little mixture of both. I like having the CQC areas, but I also like having, you know, coming through the woods, stalking your enemy, setting up, you know, ambushes, setting up your sniper posts and things of that nature. So I definitely look forward to all that different type of play. As I get older, I'm the type of guy where if you're going to put me in some place, I'll guard it all day long. But hey, I can keep up with the young guys for a while too, so I don't mind having to book it across the field. Let's see. Okay. So I am going to touch on this just a little tiny bit. I did post a video on the Evans Augusto Facebook group, just letting them know what transpired with the Old Frontier Ministries field. I'm not going to get into it here, but if you do want to see or hear what took place, feel free to go over there, watch it all day long. Our theory is, it's sad to see an airsoft field closed, but we're keeping a positive mindset. We're going to look, we're going to push forward, and we're going to find a new field for us to enjoy and play and develop and just really get it up to par to where we can have just some amazing games out there. So that's it for pretty much on the airsoft side of things. I'm going to hit a little bit on the Kydex side a little bit. I do want to let you guys know, I talked about it last week a little bit, or 2 weeks ago I think maybe, talking about the cloth covered Kydex. I love this stuff. My big order that goes out to my UK distributor, these guys have ordered for each one of the pistol models types that they've ordered for, they've ordered anywhere from 7 to 5 of these based upon the quantities. And this stuff is just amazing. I mean, it is the true 100% multi-cam pattern. And what I mean by that, this actually says, if you were to get the Cry multi-cams where it says multi-cam on it, this actually does it. Actually has that. It's kind of like the difference between, you know, the knockoff Marpat and Desert Digitals. In the Marines, you know, you have the EGAs all over the place. You know, kind of the same concept here. This stuff is amazing. Love it. And it does really well. A lot of people are kind of iffy about it because, you know, the edges and stuff like that, but I have found a way to do it. Did some research, talked to some guys that have dealt with it. So from here on out, anytime multicam is ordered, it will be the cloth type. We get it in a 1 foot by 2 foot sheet. This allows us to make multiple items out of it. Versus with knife kits, they have the ink infused Kydex, or they call it super cam. It's not the true multicam pattern, but the fact that Index Fasteners does have the true multicam patterns, it works out a lot. It is cloth based, but the stuff is tough as nails. And I was just taking care of a holster for one of my buddies over in the UK who's a repeat customer. They're with Team Scimitar. Bulb, he's been one of my, I believe he was one of my very first customers, overseas customers. And I just got done getting his holster 100% completed. It's sitting drying on the dry rack right now. But what's so cool about this stuff is when I ran it underwater, the water just beat it off it. So that was really cool. So it's kind of got like some water repellent on it, but you know, we got to wash our holsters down to get all the dust and stuff off of them and things of that nature before we send them out to you guys. And this stuff, like I said, really cool. The water beat it right up and just ran right off it. So again, you know, over there in the UK where he's at, it rains a lot, it's muddy, it's dirty. This makes for cleaning them a lot easier where, excuse me, you know, he gets done playing, he takes his battle belt off or whatever and his holster's covered in mud. He can just wipe it right off, maybe use just a little bit of water, off it goes, and it looks brand new again. So very impressed with this stuff. The other thing that we're going to start doing is we normally don't have an on-hand stock level of our basic holsters like Glocks, 9mm, 1911s. But what we're going to start doing is we're going to start having an on-hand stock where we have probably 2 multicams, 2 Coyote Browns, 2 OD Greens, and 2 Blacks. That way when we go out to events, you know, there's just times when it doesn't make sense to bring our whole workforce out there, like in the hot and humid weather, like what we're going to run into for Broken Arrow 2. It's hard to work with the Kydex outside like that because there's no real climate control. So, you know, things can get wet and damp and it just doesn't work right. So we're going to start having an on-hand stock so when we travel to these events, we'll have stuff ready for sale and then we can take orders for other things. That's one thing is we're starting to get quicker and quicker with our order turnaround. Our processes have gotten quicker. I do apologize for some. We do have a couple guys that have been waiting for their items. And that's just due because we've been putting a lot of focus trying to get our really big, over 200 piece order finished and out the door. But that doesn't mean we're neglecting you guys. We try to get, you know, 1 to 2 little orders, you know, 1 to 2 of the personal orders, smaller orders into our batch run as we're doing this stuff. so we can get your guys' orders out the doors. It's not like we're ignoring you guys. We thank you guys. It was the little guys that got us started. These little 1 and 2 item orders that got us started. So again, we appreciate it, guys. Keep the orders coming. New molds are coming in all the time. We've got new EDC knives coming in all the time. We're getting ready to start having get our first shipment of tactical hatchets. And if you guys have been on our Facebook page, Falcon Kydex Tech, you've seen the deal we have going on until the end of the year. So any order that's $100 or more gets a free EDC Tac Assist folding spring opener. Pretty much like you guys have seen me, I carry my knife, the knives I've shown on here. Something along those lines. You've seen the picture. It may differ a little bit from that, but that is the basic package. So you get that item. If an order is $200 or more, you will get a tack hatchet, as I like to call it, because it's not just a hatchet. I mean, they got a ruler on one. It can open bottles. You name it, it can do it. But you'll get a free tack hatchet, tactical hatchet, for any order $200 or more. Now, the cool thing about this is, if you want to use those promotions we have going on, you can also use our 20% off discount code with that type of an order. So say you're at that $100 mark, you put in that 20%, knocks it down, and you're 80. You're like, man, now I can turn around and get that double banger pouch that I want, or a couple clip style banger pouches, or I can get that other holster. That's how it works. Shipping is always free to you guys. The only time we can't charge free shipping is our overseas orders, because a typical overseas order for us is around $60. So if when I mail Bulb's box out to him, he's already paid for his international shipping. It's $60. I already know it's anywhere between $55 and $65, so I always plan right in the middle. So those are really the only orders that we can't do unless you order more than $500 worth of stuff from us. Then we'll give you free shipping on your orders like that. So those are our 2 really big deals. Also, the 20% promotional code is FKT July, I believe it is. We do have it posted on the Falcon Kydex Tech Facebook page, so it is there as well. So be sure to utilize that while you can. We try to do something a little different every month, but that promotion code is good until the end of July. We've been running that since last week. So if you're going to order something and it's not something that's crazy off the wall, you can go right to the website, right to the Facebook site, and go, yep, I want this. Apply your promotional code. It'll take that 20% right off. And the only thing you can't use that promotional code on is our tack knives, due to the fact that we really don't get a discount on those as well. So we're selling them like right at what they tell us to sell them for. So definitely take advantage of the deals we have. Like I said, the $100 and $200 tier orders, those are good. Those are going to the end of the year. So those will be there. But I can tell you right now, with the schedule that I have coming up, it would behoove you to get those type of orders in, especially if you're ordering multiple items, to get those orders in as soon as possible, because I have a tendency to make a special day for those, usually on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I'm like, okay, this guy wants 4 items. Okay, yep, I got everything in-house. Boom. And I get it done so I can get it ready to ship out the following week. So those type of orders, I would behoove you guys that if you're going to place them, go ahead, get them placed now. We don't guarantee lead times anymore. We try to do that. We try to say 2 to 3 weeks. But in doing that, what was happening is we got so many more orders in on top of that order that we just weren't able to meet it. Like I said, I'm a one-man shop. I move as fast as I possibly can. But it's hard for us to, especially if we have to order stuff in or it's not part of a batch, it does take us a little longer than that. But we make sure we stay in contact with you guys. The one things we do is we let you know, hey, I got your order done. We'll send you pictures of the finished item or items. Then as soon as we pack it up and we have a shipping label, we'll take a picture and send you the shipping label as well, so that way you guys have it. I will tell you, this last weekend it was very hot out in the shop here. Even if I opened the garage door, it was just too uncomfortable to stay out here and work, especially with an oven kicking out 310 degrees while we were out here working. It wasn't conducive for me to be out here. So we got very little done. I did do a lot of work in the morning when it was a little cooler. On Sunday, I was able to get around 7 holsters cut, rough sanded, and then finished sanding for my large order, and was able to get 2 other items done. But mind you, the whole time I'm doing it, I'm just dripping sweat all over the place, so it wasn't very conducive. I wasn't going to get sick over it, and so our Saturday and Sunday were very minimal. Tomorrow, they're also saying that it's supposed to get quite hot tomorrow as well, but I will be out in the shop as long as I possibly can, trying to get your guys' orders. I am trying to crank them out as fast as possible and mix them in with this very large order that I have. So, with that, that's where we are, that's where we're going, and that's how it's going to be. Player packs. I do want to let you know I did start to receive the player packs in for the night game that was up here in the Northeast that Matt Gabriel put on up in, I believe it's Bel Air, Maine. Yeah, Maine, because it's MD. And so we just got the first one in. We're going to get those into our pile. I believe I have 2 left. One that's pertaining to Operation Overwatch. That customer or that winner has not contacted me back on Facebook. As of this time, he did require a certain type of pistol. I don't have that pistol to make a mold, and so I'm waiting for him to get back in touch. I will reach out to you again. And I do have 2 more holsters from the first Broken Arrow, or 2 more prize packs. Once we get those done, they're out the door, and I'm going to try to get them done before I take the weekend off for the holiday. We will not be in the shop at all starting on Friday morning till probably Tuesday. Monday's the actual holiday, and I will not be in the shop until Tuesday at all. However, you can go ahead, place orders, you can message me, I'll talk to you. But if you ask me where's my holster, I'm going to tell you I'm not in the shop, and that's just how it is. I've got to take that time off to be with the family, and it is a holiday weekend. It's the celebration of this country's independence. So I will be celebrating my independence from my shop for a little bit. So let's see, somebody else posted something in there. Yes, like my wife said, I will be out of the area, so I will not be in the shop at all. So that's where that is. You know what's funny is normally I rant about something that I saw that I wasn't too hipped up on or I thought was way out of there. I think this whole thing with Britain is really great, with England, the UK doing this thing, you know, voting to leave, the Britex as they call it. I think it's great. You know, they didn't like the raw deal they were getting by the EU. They didn't like their country being flooded with refugees and immigrants constantly being forced on them by the EU, and they took a stand, they put it to a vote, and they won. Article 50 is what it's called over there in England, and I was actually watching today, I believe it was the House of Commons or the House of Lords. Very interesting how they do their politics there. You know, the Prime Minister, David Cameron, was there, and every time they called a new speaker, a new representative to speak, or I think they call them MPs over there. Every time the whole entire place would pretty much stand up. The Speaker of the House would call that person, everybody would sit down. And then, you know, as he talked, what would happen would be the Prime Minister would come up, everybody would stand up, and then the Prime Minister would start talking, and they all sat down. But David Cameron today, while he was addressing their Congress, so to say, pretty much made it clear that there will not be a second referendum vote. He put it to a vote. He said that's what he was going to do. And, you know, he thought his side would have won. And he said, look, if I lose this referendum vote, I'll resign. And the next Prime Minister can come in and activate Article 50. And he was very stand-up today. I was very impressed with him. And it's just very weird how they do it. And then the people on the Remain side, I guess that's what they would call it over there. Again, they're resorting to scare tactics where, you know, oh, if we leave, this is what's going to happen. And if you voted to leave, you're a bigot and a racist. And, you know, this younger population that has no idea what's going on, sort of like here in this country, and I call them Bernie supporters. Zombies are more the Hillary supporters. And they just don't understand the fact that England, the UK, pays something like 3.8 billion pounds to the EU. It's something like every month. They have the second largest economy in the EU next to Germany. But yet, what happens is when countries like Greece and Spain start to drop into those, you know, those deep recessions, very high unemployment, the stock market's crashing, what happens is in the EU they say, well, we all need to get together and bail them out. Well, in my eyes, that's not England's fault. That's not England's job. So they took a very big first step. I was very impressed. And I think what happened was they wanted a little taste of freedom, of what us Americans enjoy every day that a lot of us take for granted. So definitely thumbs up. Read on that. Do your own research when you read. When you go to read that, there's a lot of, it's no different than our politicians here. A lot of fear mongering, a lot of misinformation. So, you know, they were talking about hate speech that was going on, and they actually have laws where they'll go after you for hate speech, and they'll prosecute you for hate speech. So it was, they don't have the freedom of speech, the First Amendment like we have in this country, that basically allows anybody to walk around with a sign that says, you know, fuck Trump, screw Hillary, you know, whatever. They don't have that type of freedom that we enjoy here, which allows a lot of the assholes that decide they want to stomp on the flag and that kind of stuff. So, very cool for them, and you might see some more changes coming to that country, which is very cool. So, for my political rant, that's about it. That's all I have. I can honestly say we're going to see a very interesting political season all the way up to the general election. It's going to get scary, folks, so make sure if you're sitting in your house with your tinfoil hat on, you have your Xanax and your Haldol, because you just might have to give yourself a shot so you can keep the craziness away. Other than that, you know, I always leave this time open to you guys so you guys can comment or ask questions or anything along those lines. I know this is probably one of the quickest Falcon flybys that we've ever done. You know, once we get our new knives in and our new tactical hatchets, I will do a whole review video inside and go through, you know, let you know what my thoughts are. That nice blue titanium coated knife that I showed you back about a month ago, still use that thing today, still sharp as ever, love it. Again, M-Tech knives, we sell them. It has never let me down. My wife carries one, I carry one. I think I've given a couple out to other customers. So definitely, if you're looking for a new EDC knife, hit me up, and I'll see what I can do for you. So are there any questions, any comments? I know we have some. I thought I saw some. Oh, there you go. You did a good job on my holster, but I didn't like that style. Is there another style Kydex that's more comfortable? So the holster you got, Danny, was our standard pancake style M9 holster. There is another style that we have. It's called our Striker. It is a little bit more expensive. It is a wrap. It is a one-piece wrap holster. So it's, you know, some people call them taco holsters. I call them wrap holsters. But we can make it to where it's all one piece and it has more of a central mounting system, like a Tech Lock or the RTIG code hangers on the back. You just need to purchase the actual place to hook them on. So that is what we have for those. But other than that, that's our standard pancake holster, which is our standard enforcer build. So I'm glad you like the holster. It's good to know that one's not that one doesn't feel comfortable to you. But we can definitely, you know, take care of you if you're looking to get something else. Like I said, the enforcer holsters are meant to be more mounted on, you know, like the front panel or further onto the back mount because they are flat. We are starting to bend and angle in the side mounts so that way they're more conducive. And with that being said, like I said, the Striker platform is a much more comfortable platform than the Enforcer is. So it made a great holster for my truck. Yeah, the Enforcers being a pancake style holster, they're great. You can slide them right in between your center console and your seat, or under your seat, and you're able to get to your pistol as soon as you can. I'm actually looking. My wife and I were talking. I'm actually gonna build a holster to mount inside the van, so that way when she's driving, she doesn't have to worry about keeping it in her purse or putting it in the center console. She can just go ahead. You know, if she is carrying it in her purse, she can take it and slide it right into that holster, so it's easy grab and things of that nature. In between the seat, yep. It's a good place for them. Like I said, the pancake being a flat holster works really well. And if Jen, if you're watching this, can you bring me the holster that's sitting in the strainer? I don't know if she's still watching, but if she is, that'd be great. If she heard that comment. To anybody that wants to get into, you know, producing Kydex holsters, like I said, it's a lot of trial and error. When I started, I actually made my holster with the shiny side out, so it really wasn't that, I guess, concealed or camouflage, because if you hit light off it, the thing just shines, because the inside of the Kydex is a shiny pattern. So trial and error is definitely a name of the game when it comes to Kydex, and I don't think my wife heard me. So I just got done, like I said, I just got done making this holster for a customer. Very impressed with it. It's got the WRS level 2 hood, and it's got the right side RTI G-code hanger on it. When I built him actually I built his whole team their holsters, and I think what's happened is they're waiting for him to get his new holster and banger pouches, and then they're going to place a very large order with the rest of them. So I'll be able to create the other 3 holsters for them. But I do want to show you his banger pouches, and I do apologize for going off screen. And here they are. This is the cloth Kydex. This is the actual multicam pattern, which I love. The fact that this is the legit pattern. And when I heated it up, you know, I was thinking, man, 310 degrees in that oven, who knows? This stuff could catch fire, burn, smoke out a lot. But actually, no. 310 degrees for 10 minutes, came out. The one thing that is kind of weird is when you pull it out of the oven, even though it's ready, it still maintains really, there's really no flex in it, is the best way I can put it. Because of the fact that this material is adhered to the Kydex really well. So it kind of keeps it still flat, makes it hard to bend, which is nice. So it's going to give even more retention for Bud's VTG grenades that he uses. So I'm very impressed. His back, again, Malice. This is what we gave him the last time. He wanted to stay with Malice. It works well for him. There is some pictures on the FKT page of his double banger pouches, and you'll see his 4 VTG grenades in them. So again, we're hooking them up with some nice, very nice cloth covered banger pouches. We are getting ready to make, I believe, 6 to 7 more of these, and $25 a piece is what they're selling for. And yeah, we'll have them. I know 3 of them have to go to my big order, but we will have 3 to 4 left over. So $25 a piece. And like I said, for those people that are all about having the legit multicam pattern, this is it. I will be right back because I want to show you that holster. So please bear with me through this brief commercial break. Alright, and I found out why my wife was not able to respond to me. Her phone is dead. So here's the holster right here. This is an FKT Striker. RTI in the back. WRS level 2 hood. And I'll tell you what, we got brand new widgets. God, I can't remember his name. No problem, you're forgiven. And it made such a difference in the mounting of the RTI base plate and the hood. Very nice. It's got adjustable retention. We just got this off. I just pulled this off the wash rack, so it is dry now. And so for some reason, over across the pond, they have this fascination with the M3 light that for some reason we don't have over here. We're over here, we like TLRs, we like Streamline, Surefires, you name it. That's what we like. So 9mm adjustable retention. So we can make this tighter so that way it holds it even better. But this pistol is not going anywhere, as you can see. So again, I'm impressed, very impressed with it, believe it or not. The only thing left I have to do is trim off the edges and make them look all pretty, and the holster, it will be ready for shipping. But again, this is an FKT Striker. This does have the light channel on it, so for his M3. And I have to say, comparing this to the first holster that I made for him, much better. And again, this is the true multicam pattern. So when he goes and hooks this into his gear, and they wear multicam, it's gonna work right with it. So again, very impressed. Like I said, the edges I haven't trimmed them down yet, but once I do, all that will go away. RTI right hand base plate, WRS level 2 hood. Voila. I think it came out quite well, and I think he's going to be very impressed with it. So I'll take some pictures of that and get that uploaded onto Instagram and onto the Facebook page. Whoa, I'm a little close. So that's what I have. Like I said, very simple episode of the Falcon Flyby. We don't have a whole lot going on, but we will be doing our broadcast next Monday. Actually, we'll probably do it on Tuesday since Monday is the 4th of July. We'll go ahead and we'll have the broadcast on the 5th. So that's what we'll have going on there. And again, it'll be right out, broadcasted right from the FKT shop. You know, you'll probably see me all sweaty again like I am right now, but hey, it is what it is. Does anybody else, any questions, comments, concerns, queries, funny limericks, anything along those lines? Sounds like the crickets are calling. Usually by now, Andrew or Tony have made some comment. But all right, okay. So, remember the two awesome till the end of the year deals we have going on. Any order $100 or more, free tack assist, spring opener, EDC knife. Any order $200 or more, and you get a free M-Tech tactical hatchet. Any order over $500, especially international, free shipping. And our promo code for the remainder of the month, I believe, is FKT July, which will save you 20%, and you can use it in conjunction with the $100 plus, $200 plus orders, tier orders, so that way you can get even more stuff, and that's good. Remember, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, you can find us at Falcon Kydex Tech. Be sure to join this page, which is the Falcon Flyby. Just hit join. I'll go in, I'll see the message, I'll approve you to join. Also, check us out on Facebook or on YouTube. Our channel is Falcon Kydex Tech. We have a new video up there every week with all the links for all the things that I talked about. So all the cool airsoft events that are coming up here in the month of August, September, future events throughout in July. Be sure to check that out as well. You can check us out on Instagram at Falcon Kydex Tech. We are on Twitter at Falcon Kydex Tech as well. We don't use Twitter that much, but it is there. But again, check us out on Facebook, Falcon Kydex Tech. I'm your host, Doc. Remember, keep your head on the swivel, be safe, stay cool, and until next week, ice them down. Doc out.